Hey guys, it's Cooper here, and today we're going to be talking about The Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind for the original Xbox. And this is a game that I had growing up, but it wasn't until I was a little bit older. Obviously, the Xbox didn't come out when I was a child, you know. But I had a friend who had an older brother who had an Xbox, and we used to go over there and play Halo. It'd be me and my friend against his older brother, and he would still completely destroy us. But he also had Morrowind here, and I played that a lot over there, and eventually ended up getting my own Xbox and getting a copy of the game, and I loved it. And trying to get into Oblivion or Skyrim now, I have a very hard time with it. I think it's just because there's so much to do, and with Morrowind, I already know the game so well from playing it as a kid that it's much easier to go back to, and there's not as much that I have to learn. Same with things like World of Warcraft. I tried to play the 3-day trial a long time ago, and I just couldn't get into it because there was so much to learn, and it's just too high of a learning curve for me to get into. But Morrowind is a great game that I really love, and eventually I got the Game of the Year edition, which has a couple expansions with it, which is really cool. And I believe when I originally got this game, the Game of the Year wasn't out yet, and so when that one came out, my friend and I both got it, and we played through the expansions, and we were talking to each other about, you know, where we were in the expansions, like where we were in the game and stuff, and comparing. So it was a lot of fun, and a couple things that I used to do in the game is I think the second town that you get to in the game, I think it starts with a B. I don't remember because I haven't played it in a while, but it's a really big town. I think it's Balmora, actually. But right when you go in the front gate, if you take an immediate left, there is a trader who, like a salesman guy, who has a shop slash house like out in the corner, and the building's not connected to anything else. And I would always choose that house to be my own, and I would antagonize the guy until he attacks me, then I would kill him, and basically the house becomes mine. And what I would do is go around and play through the game, go to all the dungeons and the ruins and all that kind of stuff, and I would collect any type of item or weapon or piece of armor that is worth like $1,000 or more, or like 1,000 gold in the game, and I'd put it in the house. And I would also save up things like candles and skulls and, you know, like vampire dust and all that kind of stuff. And I would save all that kind of stuff in the house and kind of set it up to look really cool and stuff like that. And it would get to the point where I had so many dropped items in the house that a bag would appear on the floor, and anything else I dropped would just automatically go into the bag because the game just couldn't handle that many items being in such a confined space. And I would also take pillows, and there's a lady who lives in Balmora. One of the quests is to like kill the rat that's in her attic or something. And so when you go up there, she has like hundreds of pillows everywhere. And so I would take all those and take all the pillows I could find, and I went onto the roof of that house and I built like a pillow fort, which took forever, and eventually a bag appeared up there as well that, you know, overflow items would go into. But the game is just so much fun, and I've heard that on the PC version of the game you can do a lot more, and stuff like the bags will not appear. And I've seen people build things out of pillows and stuff like that in YouTube videos, which is really cool. So yeah, great game. If you guys have an Xbox, I'd recommend checking it out. I'm sure everyone, you know, who's watching this video has heard of Skyrim, and this is basically, Skyrim's the 5th game in the series, and this one here is the 3rd game. So if you like Skyrim, or if you liked Oblivion, you'll most likely enjoy Morrowind. And in my opinion, it's the better of the 3, but that's debatable, I suppose. But yeah, check it out if you haven't, and I guess that's it. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.